And welcome everybody to episode 1 of Comic Confidential, the weekly podcast where we'll break down the week's comic-related news, views, and reviews. I'm your host, Troy. With me, as always, my partner in crime, Kate.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
I tell you what, we have got so much news to cover, we should probably just get right into it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Batman vs Superman comes out in a month. Seen the new trailer yet?
Of course I have.
What'd you think of it?
I loved it.
It's so good.
It's so good. It was probably the best 2.5 minutes of my life. And I'll tell you why. I think it's because we're finally going to get, and this is nothing on Christian Bale, this is nothing on Michael Keaton, there's nothing on Adam West, whatever. But
Or George Clooney.
No.
Oh.
I purposely omitted that one.
No bat nipples.
No bat nipples. No bat nipples in this episode, people. But it's finally going to be probably the best comic book adaptation of a Batman that we've seen. Pretty much straight, I want to say straight out of the pages of The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is literally, if you only read one graphic novel in your life, read The Dark Knight Returns.
Cool.
I swear to God.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Just do it, man. All you people out there too, just do it.
Write that down.
Write that down.
All right. Captain America, Civil War.
Yes.
Rumors going around that the Hulk is actually in this.
There are rumors. Anthony Mackie dropped a proverbial H-bomb in a recent interview.
Yeah, I heard this.
Now, quite a long quote, but I'm just going to paraphrase just the bit that counts, the juicy bit. This is the juiciest bit, and I'm paraphrasing. It was like, I feel like the story is very concise and interesting, and you get to see Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson and Mark Ruffalo.
What?
You know, we actually have a button for that noise.
Oh, well, I'll put that in.
Yep. But yeah, so how's that?
That's
If that
unreal.
doesn't tell you, like, what else is Mark Ruffalo doing on set if he's not being the Hulk?
Exactly.
That's a pretty big, Anthony Mackie done fucked up.
Yeah, he is going to get his ass kicked.
He is. It's probably as big a deal as when Lego dropped the whole, oh, here's a friggin' Giant Man Lego action piece from the Civil War.
Yeah. Well, toy companies have been doing this forever.
That's true.
The most recent one, apart from that, was Batman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And saying it's Nightmare Batman.
Yeah.
Essentially wrecking a whole scene.
Yeah.
So all those parademons that you see in the trailer, when you see Superman rip his mask off, not going to happen in real life, probably.
Yeah, it's all just a dream sequence.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool enough still. It's going to be great.
Oh,
and
I'm
we've all
pumped.
seen the Omega symbol, and it looks amazing. It's going to be a foreshadowing of Darkseid,
Absolutely.
which I think will be cool as fuck. Or AF.
Yes.
So the younger kids out there.
That's
the Instagrammers amongst us.
But the Hulk is just as cool.
Just as cool as Darkseid?
Being in the new Captain America movie, I'll say yes.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Well, with it, foreshadowing, World War Hulk, or Planet Hulk.
Planet Hulk.
Yeah. Isn't it also World War Hulk?
There's two.
Yeah, well, one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other.
Oh, one or the other. One or the other. It's going to be awesome.
It will. And it's probably going to, I mean, I think you were saying this before, it's probably going to lead into his appearance in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somehow. Probably.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how. I don't make these movies, kids.
Well, don't they form the Illuminati in the comics, get the shits with the Hulk, boop, kick him off the planet and say, catch you later, mate.
Boop. Yeah, pretty much.
Ruthless.
Illuminati confirmed.
Yes. In other news, the Wolverine. Potential R rating for the upcoming movie.
This is very exciting. For anybody who's ever been a fan of comic books, I think an R-rated Wolverine is the shit that we need in our lives or in our future lives.
Yes.
Whenever that comes out, we need it. It's going to be great. Deadpool was great. We've all seen Deadpool by now, surely. First R-rated, comic book movie in a while. I think, ever?
Ever? Yeah, I think so. If you want to be technical, there was Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass 2 based off comic books. You know, they tried it, but I don't think they really hit it on the head.
Yeah, true. Either way, might not be the first R-rated comic book movie, but, you know, it did it very well. And what that's done is that paved the way for Fox to turn around and go, you know what? These R-rated movies might actually work.
You know what? I actually read that Deadpool did not influence this decision.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's a downright lie.
They are full of shit, and they have lied to us.
Damn you, Fox. Why you do this? Why you lie to me? But I think if they adapt it from the Old Man Logan storyline, which is the other big rumor that's going around, that's how it's going to happen, I think this movie will be brilliant. I don't know if you've ever actually read the Old Man Logan story arc by Mark Miller.
No.
But it's amazing. And it's violent. And it takes a long time for it to actually sort of really get violent or get Wolverine Berserker style violent.
Yeah.
But once it does, mate, it's all over.
Well, I just want to see him in Berserker style mode, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, look, I think if I can give any suggestion to any of you people listening out there, go read Old Man Logan by Mark Miller.
Yeah.
Do it.
Now.
Now.
Go.
Before
Pause.
the movie comes out. Too late. Oh, too late.
Oh, you're done. Other news. New Daredevil trailer.
Yep.
It's got the Punisher.
Does have the
It's
Punisher.
looking sweet as fuck.
Looking sweet. I love the Punisher as a character. I've said that a million times before. Literally a million times. That's 1,000,001.
I just clicked it over the counter.
Yep.
Well done.
So I love this character, and this character is, you know, it's come to the cinematic universe a couple of times with mediocre success.
Yeah.
At best. Like, Thomas Jane was okay, but, you know, Ray Stevenson was more over-the-top graphic violent, but still not, you know, still not the Punisher, not the essence of Frank Castle. And, you know, while I really dislike Shane from The Walking Dead, I think this guy, what's his name?
Shane.
His name is actually Shane from The Walking Dead.
Dickhead Shane.
Dickhead Shane from The Walking Dead is actually going to make a top shelf Punisher.
Yeah, absolutely.
And season 1 of Daredevil was brilliant.
Oh, it was the best show in ages.
I think it's easily like the best comic related TV show,
Yeah.
or TV series. But if anybody can take the dark, the gritty, the violence that is the Punisher and put it onto the small screen, it's the creators of Daredevil.
Yeah,
And I think it'll be great.
Yeah. Cool. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 started production.
It has. James Gunn is back helming. And do you follow James Gunn on Instagram?
No, I don't.
You should follow James Gunn on Instagram. There is a lot of like, A, he's a pretty funny dude. B, there is a lot of like behind the scenes sort of stuff that you get to see. So if you're not following James Gunn on Instagram, shout out to James Gunn on Instagram. Go follow him because he is, look, he has taken superhero movies and he's basically, you know, he's finally sort of, yes, there's action. The action's great, all this sort of stuff. But finally we get some story, we get some characters, you get some people that you can actually become deeply invested in, you know, on the big screen.
Yeah.
These guys are cool, and they're coming back for a second round, volume 2, as it were. And, man, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm kind of excited. Kurt Russell has been casted.
I love Kurt Russell.
He's finally escaped from LA and New York.
And New York. Snake Plissken.
And made his way to the outer galaxies.
Do you know who he's playing?
I believe he's playing Star Fox.
And for the people out there who don't know what a Star Fox is...
A Star Fox is a Peter Quill's dad.
Is it?
Well, it all depends.
Does it?
The movies are a little bit funny when it comes to this stuff, so...
So it could be. I mean, not comic book accurate, sure.
Yeah.
But it could go that way.
Good chance that he'll still be Thanos' brother. So that will be interesting considering Thanos is not in this movie.
Yes. Or is he?
Could be a switcheroony like the Hulk.
Yeah, because there was talk that Thanos wasn't going to become involved in any of the Marvel cinematic movies again until Infinity Wars. My personal like dream, if I had one dream, if I was Martin Luther King and I woke up and I like went and had a speech and it's like, I have a dream. I have a dream that in 2017 with the Justice League movie, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, we see Thanos and Darkseid.
Oh,
that would be the best.
That would be the best year in comic book movie history.
I think so. Others might disagree, but
others would be wrong.
They would be dead wrong. You're dead wrong, everyone.
Yeah. Talking about dead, we watched Deadpool this week.
Yes, we did. Look, spoiler alert.
We're going to wreck it for you,
There's
everyone.
going to be spoilers. And I know a lot of people are still like, look, no. There is no excuse. It's been out for 7 days.
Minimum
7 days. How have you not seen this movie yet?
If you haven't got this under your belt yet, you need to get your shit together, guys.
This movie is dead set. Like, unprecedented box office breaking numbers. Just like smashing records left, right, and center.
Yeah, it beat Star Wars in Russia, didn't it?
It did. So basically for the opening day, Deadpool has beaten Star Wars Episode 7, which mightn't sound like a big deal, but Star Wars Episode 7 has literally broken every like record that it has come near, except the overall, worldwide total, which is still held by Avatar.
You're joking.
No.
What a
Avatar
shit
number
movie.
1, Titanic number 2, then it's Star Wars Episode 7. And it's still got a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. It's got a long way to go before it even touches Avatar.
Has it been released in China yet?
Yep.
Really?
I think it's over. To be honest with you, it did its best. It holds the domestic record, and domestic means US only. Holds the all-time domestic record. Didn't quite get enough to get it, even the number 2 spot. Nothing has been able to knock off Titanic, except for Avatar.
Yeah.
2 James Cameron films right up there. But anyway, point is, Deadpool has come out, and it has beaten Star Wars Episode 7 for an opening night in Russia. Colossus may have had something to do with that.
Maybe.
The Russians do, like a Russian, for sure. But look, this movie has taken, like, in its first week, $333 million worldwide at the box office.
That
from
is-
from an estimated $58 million budget, according to Box Office Mojo. But that's crazy.
It's crazy. That's ridiculous.
It is unprecedented. But like this movie, to me, I know you liked it, but you didn't like it as much as I liked it.
Yeah. As a comic book movie, I thought it was good. I thought the plot was a bit bread and butter generic. Don't get me wrong, the Deadpool character was the fucking best thing that you could ever wish for Deadpool.
Yeah.
But the movie was, nothing that made me go, that movie was the best.
Really?
The character was the best. The movie was, for me, just a bit...
So you're talking about plot, storyline,
Yeah,
that sort
yeah,
of thing. You're not talking
absolutely.
about the character. You're not talking about Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Yeah,
You're
Ryan
not
Reynolds.
talking about anything like that. You're just talking about the overall storyline.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you're still dead wrong.
You're wrong, mate.
The movie was great. And the reason why I say this is because this movie is drawing in people that don't actually give a shit about comic book movies at all. Like, there are people that, like, dead set haven't even, like, they don't even really know what a Deadpool is. And they're still going to see Deadpool. The marketing in the lead up to this movie was brilliant.
Oh, the marketing, easily the best you'll see for any movie for a long time. Movie studios, take note.
Take note. Deadpool killed it. The movie itself, for me, like, I thought it was great. I thought it was a brilliant portrayal of Wade Wilson as a whole. I think the whole psychosis and everything, it's like from the wisecracking mercenary to the crazy psychopath to everything. I mean, they referenced his obsession with B. Arthur, unicorns, all this sort of stuff. Like, they did it so well, and they stayed so true. And I think it like, you can really see Ryan Reynolds' passion to bring this character to the big screen ever since, the tragedy that was X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this guy's been, like, petitioning for this movie for the longest time.
What, 2011?
No, like 10 years.
You're joking, really?
Yeah.
Far out.
At least 10 years, this guy's, like, been trying to get a Deadpool movie made. And it was actually Hugh Jackman was a large part as well. He was a very big supporter of getting this movie made.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go. Good old Hugh. And that's why there's, obviously all the hefty banter
Yeah.
with, Deadpool's character and Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, all that sort of stuff. Actually, you know what? We haven't spoiled this movie at all.
No, we haven't. We've done quite well.
Yeah, you can go out and see it, kids. Everyone dies at the end.
Yeah, sorry. TJ Miller.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Who's that?
Who's that?
Like, who's TJ Miller outside of this Deadpool movie? Like, what's this dude been in?
I don't know, but every time I've seen him in a movie, I fucking hated him.
It's like, I can't actually reference a single movie he's been in, but man, did I hate that dude's face when I saw it.
Yeah, he has one of those faces.
Yeah.
You're just like, that guy is an absolute fucking dickhead.
Yeah. Look, I can't really sort of, comment too much. I think, when you're looking at the larger circle of characters, I think they were all pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think Negasonic Teenage Warhead is literally like the coolest name that you could ever give to a comic character.
Yeah.
And like, I understand that they changed, that character from the comic sort of material to bring it to the big screen. They've changed like her powers and all that sort of stuff. She's a telepath in the comics. In this, she's got the ability to, create like an atomic sort of charge. It suits better with her name. So say the creators. So say like the directors and all that sort of stuff. That's why they wanted to go that way. But just the name itself, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, brilliant.
Cool. How many chimichangas you want to give it?
Well, I'm going to give it a solid 4.25 chimichangas out of 5.
I'll give it 3.5.
3.5?
Yep.
That's not enough chimichangas, man.
Yeah,
That's not enough.
Says you.
Says you. All right. Cool. Moving on. Hey, you know what that sound means?
That means it's the weekly wrap.
Yes, it is the weekly wrap where we wrap up the events from the week's TV shows, starting from Sunday all the way through to Saturday. Not every single TV show that ever comes out.
Because who has the time?
Who has the time, right? But just the, the main ones, the comic-related ones in some form or other, ones that we think the audience might actually enjoy listening to.
And that starts us off with The Walking Dead.
Yeah. So do we need to give a spoiler alert?
Nah, fuck them.
Fuck them. Sorry, kids. Spoilers abound.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it by now, what's wrong with you? Get your life together.
If you're at this point of the podcast and you haven't realized that there's going to be mega spoilers, then more fool you, really. So, with that said, everybody dies in The Walking Dead.
Eventually.
At some point, everybody's going to die. Ever.
Unless you're on Arrow.
That's true. And then you just get put in the Lazarus pit and you're back. Who cares? No harm, no foul.
But let's get into it.
All right. Well, look, a couple of people do die, and it's pretty sweet because it's that really annoying kid. I don't even know what the kid's name is. That's how annoying he is. It's like Jesse's kid.
Yeah, I know him as Jesse's kid.
Jesse's kid, the annoying one. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. I pretty much did a touchdown celebration dance when that kid got bitten in the neck. It was like the greatest moment of my life.
Oh, you know when they ended last season and he was walking out and he's, Mom.
Yeah.
Fuck, that made me angry.
Man, fuck that kid. Fuck that kid. And I don't say that often, guys, but fuck that kid.
I've read the comics.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to die, and it still made me fucking angry.
Yeah. Look, I think we've both said this to each other in previous conversations we've had, that I think that episode probably should have been the mid-season finale.
Oh, definitely.
Like that's how you end a season.
Yeah.
Like I think the part A of season 6, just it ended on, not enough of a cliffhanger. It was kind of like, oh yeah, cool, what's going to happen? But no one really cares.
I think the first half of The Walking Dead this season was Glenn under a fucking bin for about 18 episodes.
Yeah, that's true.
Which was not at all annoying.
Although I have heard both Andrew Lincoln and Norman Reedus say that the second part of this season was like some of the hardest stuff that they've ever had to film. Like Andrew Lincoln said he felt sick to his stomach reading the script for the second part of season 6.
Oh, right. And is that because they're introducing Negan?
Probably. Look, for those of you who have read the comics, upon his entrance into the world of The Walking Dead, he introduces himself by taking a baseball bat to Glenn's head and killing him in front of everybody. Whether that will actually happen in this, I don't know. I think there has to be that type of thing. But I think with the little bit of a hint towards Glenn's death, or like not a hint, but like a did Glenn die? Did he not? Under the bin sort of thing. I think with that, I don't think they're going to kill Glenn.
You don't think so?
No.
I think it's a bit of fan service leading up to Negan. So they were teasing you, we're going to kill him.
All right.
Only not.
Let's make a bet right now. Like $5 bet, because that's pretty much all I can afford. $5 bet that when he's introduced, he doesn't kill Glenn. I say he doesn't. You say he does. $5 on the line. Let's shake.
I'm gonna change it up.
Okay.
Glenn won't be killed by Negan.
Yeah.
He will kill Glenn's girlfriend.
Maggie.
Yep.
You reckon?
You want to know why?
Why?
Because it doesn't need to be another fucking baby in this show.
That's true. And it's on the verge of happening.
Yeah.
You can tell. These people have been together for too long. There can't be that many condoms out there.
No, well, she's pregnant.
And they're all, yes.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So there's no way that they're going to run this show with 2 fucking babies in it. So she's going to die.
Oh, that is a very good point. I like that. That's good. That's very good. Obviously, the other thing we have to reference is Carl getting shot dead in the eye.
Oh, thank fuck.
Thank fuck.
I've been waiting this whole season for that to happen.
Carl gets shot in the eye. Right?
I bet he is still a fucking idiot.
Oh, look. The kid has grown on me as the seasons progress. But I think ultimately, yeah, he needed to get shot right in the face at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they were saying... Brian Kirkman said they were saying closer to the comics this season. So it's going to happen.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Moving on. Let's talk about The Flash.
Sounds good.
What'd you think?
Loved it. Great episode.
Yeah. Should we go back? Because it's a 2-part episode, right? So we should probably go back and talk about part 1, part 2.
Okay.
So Welcome to Earth 2. Escape from Earth 2.
Highlight of episode 1? When he's going through the Transformer.
Yes.
Oh, through the portal, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
See Supergirl. See him in jail.
Yep.
My highlight,
Yeah.
you see his dad from The Flash in the original TV series.
Really?
Yeah. First thing I noticed, I got so excited, I nearly fell off the damn couch.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that completely.
I know. How could you? It's crazy.
Yeah. Look, I saw it. Look, Supergirl is obviously the thing that I saw. And I guess the thing that sort of screams out to me is does that mean that Supergirl is from another universe, like an alternate reality?
Yeah.
So how are they going to then cross the two of them over if they've just closed the last breach?
I would imagine that Barry, by the end of the season, is getting ridiculously quick where he can just phase through different universes.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So they won't need the speed cannon anymore.
No, not at all.
Cool.
They'll make the cosmic treadmill,
Yes.
and that's how he'll do it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That will be cool. Did you catch all of the Easter eggs, do you think?
No, I only watched it once. I didn't go back.
Yeah.
I reckon there was Gorilla City in there as well, I think. Yeah, so I know one of the episodes this season, they're going back to Gorilla City.
Yeah. Yeah, they will. I think they have to. Grodd is too cool a character to not go back to Grodd at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
But I guess the biggest thing, there's 2 things like that I caught that are probably from the first episode, obviously, that are pretty cool. I think there's quite a few little Easter eggs, but I think the 2 coolest are there's one, the home phone.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
So the home phone speed dial, pardon the pun, right? But on his speed dial, so this is Earth 2 Barry Allen and Iris Allen, I guess.
Yeah.
They are married.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Earth 2 Barry Allen and Iris Allen's home phone has speed dials. Who's on the speed dial? Oh, a man by the name of Bruce. man by the name of Hal, young lady by the name of Diana.
Yeah.
Who could they be?
Who knows?
Just random friends, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, super friends?
Maybe.
Could be. Who knows? The other thing, when Barry actually does talk to his mother in this Earth is obviously still alive. They talk about going on a trip to Atlantis.
Yes, they did say that.
Yes, they did. And who lives in Atlantis?
Some dude who likes fish.
Some dude. Arthur Curry might commonly go by the name of Aquaman.
Aquaman.
I guess look, we're probably never going to see it. We're never going to see anything to do with it, and that's fine. But at least we know that there is some possibility that once upon a time we may see Aquaman in the DCEU.
You know, in earlier episodes of this season, Jay Garrick has actually mentioned Aquaman.
Has he?
Yeah. Not directly by name,
Yeah.
but he's also mentioned Atlantis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he says, "Oh, I have a friend who lives in Atlantis."
Ah, see?
Yeah.
I missed that. One thing I didn't miss is the good old where Jay Garrick takes Velocity 7 and fights the Geomancer for the first time. And he does that hat attack.
the hat punch.
Oh, man. That was pretty cool.
That was rad, eh?
That's actually out of the comics.
Is it?
Yep.
Huh.
Yep. It's actually straight out of the comic book.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. But anyway, there's plenty of cool stuff from this episode. We could probably go on forever, but we won't.
Well, there's a few things that I want to just have a quick chat about. The second part.
Yeah.
Second episode.
No, we're still going to talk about the second part.
Velocity 9 makes its appearance.
Yes. So, do you think then Wally West will get his hands on Velocity 9, as he does in the comics, and just go crazy with it?
Yep, absolutely. It's a no-brainer, I think.
It actually becomes like a bit of almost like a drug epidemic, Velocity 9. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if they play on that a little bit more.
I also think Jessie Quick, Harrison Wells' daughter,
Yep.
she's a speedster as well.
Yep.
In the comics.
In the comics.
And I think she'll get that from Velocity 9 as well.
Basically, they've just created a way for everybody that needs to be a speedster without having been affected by, the
Speed Force?
No, what's that thing called?
I'm not sure.
The thing that created metahumans.
Oh, the particle accelerator.
Particle accelerator.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back to that. Yeah, so I think they've basically created a way to have everybody who needs to become a speedster without having been affected by the explosion of the particle reactor.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. Did Barry forget how to fucking phase?
Yeah. Look, the continuity of these shows is sometimes... Well, okay, no. So, all right, I'll give him that because he vibrates at a different frequency, or Earth 2 vibrates.
Oh, yeah, that's
at a
fair
different
enough.
frequency. Okay,
Yeah.
So don't forget that. So it's not like he's just completely forgotten how to phase, and it's like the writers have gone, "Oh, this will be a cool thing for him to do." It's just like, when he's talking to Jesse, he realizes that he needs to vibrate at a different frequency because that's how Earth 2 operates. So he needs to kind of relearn how to phase again, which he does through the help of Earth 2 Barry Allen, who really has no significant powers whatsoever. He's just kind of a bit of a nerd that gives a good speech.
I think they just kind of shoehorned him in to feel special.
Yeah.
And that's what they got to do.
Yeah, they got to do that.
Anything else?
No, look, I guess if I could say anything, this show is coming along really well. Like, it's still not there for me. Like, it's, for me, it's a solid 7.5 out of 10. I think it's got a lot of work, but I think it's got a lot of potential. I think the biggest thing about it, though, is for me, it's starting to leave Arrow in its dust.
Oh, easily.
No pun intended.
Yeah. The Flash, best comic show on TV by a mile.
Currently.
Yeah,
Currently.
easy.
There are some... that is not, of course... That's leaving out Netflix series, Daredevil,
Yeah.
Jessica Jones, all that sort of stuff, because they are far and above everything else.
Their budgets are also probably about 3 to 4 times larger.
That's true. But it's not necessarily what they're doing with the budget that makes the show really well.
It's the story.
It's the story.
Yeah.
It's the fact that they're not trying to, target a teenage audience
Yeah.
as much.
Yeah,
They're going with the
absolutely.
grittier, darker side, and that's good. Next, moving on, I guess.
Arrow. Ever disappointing Arrow
Look.
at the moment.
Look. Give it some credit. It is the originator of this whole thing, of the whole DC extended
Yeah.
universe. Okay, without Arrow, we probably wouldn't have a lot of these other shows. So you've got to give credit where credit is due. However, the show literally does my head in. If my head could collapse in on itself every week when I watch this show, it probably would.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love the show, but it's making me start to hate it.
Yeah.
It's like a bad relationship.
Yeah.
You're in love with the person, but you're slowly growing to hate them.
Yeah, like you realize that you should probably just leave, but you just can't bring yourself to do it.
That's right. You're too committed to this relationship,
Yeah.
and you're forever trapped.
Like you've invested so much time in it.
Yeah.
It's like, what would you do without it now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's going to fill that Wednesday night slot?
Ladies and gentlemen, what will fill your Wednesday night slot? Should we actually talk about the episode though? I guess
We should.
All right, we'll give it its credit. It's a good show still.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to talk about? I guess the biggest thing that we probably need to mention at some point is the fact that Oliver's son is now quite well and truly in the mix.
Oh. Don't get me started on this.
Okay.
Look. This episode, I feel, was all about Thea.
Yeah.
And how can Thea figure out Oliver has a son? Meanwhile, Felicity, who has nothing better to do but sit at home in a fucking wheelchair,
She doesn't have a choice but to sit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
how can she not just go, oh, how come this isn't fucking adding up? Oliver has a kid.
Yeah, but to Felicity Smoke's credit, she doesn't really have anything to do with the campaign that actually dredged up this information.
Look, I'll let it slide. It's just, how can Thea figure this shit out?
Do you hate Thea? I feel like you've got a real I hate Thea vibe going on.
No, she's actually one of the better characters, like the more interesting characters of the show, because she has
Really?
this bloodlust.
Because I literally hate her. I've said literally twice now, but I literally hate her.
Really?
Yeah. I can't get into it.
Oh.
I just can't get into it. It's like, why have such an annoying sister?
Yeah.
Just get a better sister, dude.
I can't, for how bratty she was in previous seasons to what she is now.
You know what shits me about this show? Right? Because here we are again, like they're fighting the demolition crew.
Yes.
Right?
So, side point
Side point?
from the Green Lantern comics.
Yeah. Interesting.
Just bring him in already.
Can I ask a question? Because I don't actually know anything about these characters. Do they actually just use a nail gun and a sledgehammer and whatever that other dude had? I don't even know.
You know what? That's probably all the Arrow budget could afford.
It's like, seriously, how is a lady with a nail gun taking on two characters who have basically taken down more of Ra's al Ghul's henchmen than you can poke a stick at? More of Damien Dark's ghosts than you could poke a stick at. Like, I'm literally poking a stick in the air right now, and I'm not even coming close to touching how many of them they've beaten.
Yeah.
But, it's like, oh, she's got a nail gun, dude. She's kicking our ass.
That's the problem with this show. It's too inconsistent with how talented a fighter each person is.
Yeah. Like, literally, Oliver Queen has beaten, technically twice now, the head of the League of Assassins, right? And he beat Malcolm Merlyn with ease.
Oh,
A lot easier than he beat, the original Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
But yeah, so beat him with ease. And then here's a dude that it's like, oh, well, you're just a normal dude, but I'm going to take my time actually beating you, and I'm going to cop some licks in the meantime.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. You beat the dragon's head twice, son.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. I think we should move on.
One more thing.
Oh, okay.
There is a highlight.
Is there?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's for next week.
Right.
And that is Vixen is going to Arrow.
Ah, okay.
Now, I don't know if you know much about Vixen, but they had a online cartoon for her. And it was, I think it was 6 5-minute episodes. And it was between Vixen, Arrow, and the Flash. And basically, the Vixen is some girl who can channel animal spirits to do a bidding or some shit like that.
Excellent. I can't wait to see what the masterminds at Arrow come up with for that.
Yes, it's going to be it'll be interesting, but apparently it's in line to be the next show.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so just keep an eye on that.
All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of shows apparently coming out. Who knows whether they will? They've got Legion apparently coming out.
That will be
About
exciting.
Charles Xavier's son, potentially.
Really?
Yeah. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Look, we'll talk about DC's Legends of Tomorrow very briefly because I know you haven't seen it yet. I know you haven't had a chance to see it. But look, ultimately, I guess the biggest thing to come out of this, well, let's talk about the show as a whole. I wasn't overly impressed initially.
Yeah.
And I was not excited for this show in the least bit because I felt they took all the characters that I disliked the most from Arrow and gave them their own show and said, you guys are now, the focal point of this show. We want viewers to be drawn in and watch this. But I'll give them credit. They are doing a pretty good job. Like, it's getting better as it progresses. And I do like how the story is unfolding. The biggest thing for this one in particular, and you guys who are listening obviously know that these guys travel through time, chasing Vandal Savage, trying to stop events that basically lead to the degeneration of the world as we know it. And Vandal Savage taking control over the whole world and all that sort of thing. It's actually what happens at the end of the episode that's the most interesting. And it's basically, so they've been pushed out of the time stream and they end up in Star City in the year 2046.
All right.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. And they're confronted by a green hooded character who basically, you see at the end is obviously not Oliver Queen. A lot of people are, like the internets, all of the internets are basically, they're kind of hypothesizing who this person is. A lot of people are saying it's Connor Hawke. A lot of people are saying it can't be Connor Hawke because Connor Hawke is Oliver's son. This dude is black.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, spoiler alert, this guy is black. Not that that matters, but what it does lead to, I guess the biggest theory out there at the moment is that it's actually Diggle's son who Oliver Queen has trained up to take his place as the Green Arrow. Now, first look photos of the next episode also show an aged Oliver Queen in the Green Arrow. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I've seen it, and he has this fucking terrible goatee. You think a man that age can grow a fucking beard.
We'll see. We'll see. Look, you've seen a photo.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah.
Now,
but it looks cool.
I'm going to go all the way back to Arrow. Just with you saying that, do you think that's Diggle in the grave?
It could be Diggle. It could be Thea.
I fucking hope it's Theo.
I hope it's Thea too, just quietly.
Diggle's too jacked to die.
Yeah. That dude can't die.
Nah.
That dude is like built like a brick shithouse, as it were. Anyway, could be Diggle, could be Thea. My money's on Thea, but I also don't know if they're going to kill off a character that major. And it's like, even if they did, hey, bro, just take him to the Lazarus pit. Oh, good. Everyone's back to life again. That's what the show does. That drives my head in. That does my head in.
Yeah, no one can die.
No one can die. Anyway, can we let's get away from Arrow.
Yeah, let's get away from that universe and move into another DC property.
Gotham. Yeah. So currently on break. Due back February the 29th, I believe. So due back February the 29th. However, what comes next is pretty exciting. We've got the appearance of Mr. Freeze, and the appearance of Hugo Strange. Even better than that, we're going to at some point get our first introduction to the character of Azrael,
Yeah.
which is going to be cool. Going to be cool as. And if you've seen, like, obviously, if you're even bothering to listen to this, you're obviously paying attention to what's happening out there in the comic-related world. You've seen the first look photos, and he looks pretty damn cool. And I guess Gotham does a lot of things wrong, but I think this is one thing that they might have the potential of nailing.
Yeah. Well, Gotham can play by its own rules here. You know, it doesn't have to follow the DC formula that the Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow has to do.
Yeah. And the creators have already said that, you know, this is going to be a completely different sort of origin story for Azrael than we're used to in the comic books. So let's see what happens. I'm personally excited for it to kick off again.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Sorry, you go?
No.
Oh, I was
After
just going
you,
to say, it keeps getting better and better. I really wrote this series off in its first season.
Yeah.
Fish Mooney did that for me.
Yeah.
Now
I think that's just Jada Pinkett Smith could probably
Yeah.
just do that to you, though.
Yeah, she's so terrible.
She's so annoying.
I'm gonna
No offense.
I'm boycotting her.
I am boycotting Jada Pinkett Smith forever. Look, if Will Smith happens to be listening, good on you, man. But, you know, your wife, no good.
Yeah, move on, man.
Move on.
And probably divorce your kids too. They're terrible too.
Get a better wife. Get better kids.
Come hang with us.
You keep doing you, though.
Yeah, you go Deadshot.
Exactly. Can't hate him.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I like it.
Cool.
It's going good.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that further when that actually returns. What else is there? Supergirl?
Supergirl. Totally not up to date on it.
Neither am I. And it's not because I hate the show or anything like that. It's just, it's filled with a little bit too much teenage girl angst
Yes.
that it's hard for me to get into. And it's not one of those shows where I want to just knock out a whole bunch of episodes. It's just like I'll watch one and I'll be like, oh, okay. And then, you know, I'll go and watch a whole heap of other stuff or, you know, whatever it is that I'm doing. And eventually I'll go back and I'll
Yeah.
catch up. I'm only a couple episodes behind.
Yeah.
It's
not
okay. Like, the show's okay. It has its good moments, but it's, you know, I mean, it's hard to get into because I think of who it's targeted towards.
Yeah, it's. I feel it's more feminine. That's my opinion. I feel like it's more for teenage girls than grown
Grown-ass men. Who would have thought Supergirl was not directed towards, you know, the male 18 to 40 demographic?
Yeah. But no, I do enjoy the show. It has a very Flash polish to it.
Yeah.
Same creators, same producers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I don't go into that much detail.
yeah, that's a bit too much for us.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to the crossover. That's going to make me want to watch it more. I
Yeah,
think.
that's true. That'll be cool. I think the Flash Supergirl crossover will draw a lot more people into Supergirl, and I think a lot more people will be able to see what it does have to offer, which might not be for everybody. But,
Yeah.
you know, give it a chance, you guys.
The one thing I do like about it is that they're very forthcoming with everything.
Yeah.
You know, she could fly first episode.
Yeah.
She
Had
had
her
all
suit.
her powers. Yeah, had her suit first episode. You know, ain't no Smallville in this
Oh,
motherfucker.
Smallville. 10 seasons to not even see the dude. You get to sort of see, like, kind of a reflection off a building or something, if I remember correctly. I saw season 10, like, years ago, man.
No, you saw him as like a little tiny fucking Superman flying near a plane
Yeah, that's right.
to save the hot as F Lois Lane in that series.
Smallville, while you can't knock the show because the show helped to pave the way for everything that we're seeing on TV now. And Tom Welling was cool as shit as Clark Kent or whatever, but you know that did everything wrong. That was like first season Arrow. First season Arrow did everything wrong in the sense
Yeah.
that it took way too long for anything to happen. And then the Flash comes out and it's like bam, first episode. It's like
Here's your suit.
Here's your suit. Here's your speed.
Yeah.
You know, what can you do? Here's your villain. All this sort of stuff. It's just like bam, 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 bam. Whereas, you know, Arrow took like a full season to like really get anything going. And worse than that, Smallville took 10 seasons
Yeah.
to get anything going. It wasn't until he fought Darkseid, who was never even really Darkseid. It was just Lionel Luthor possessed by Darkseid, basically, before he could even fly.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that show shitted me to tears.
Yeah.
You think Arrow shits me now? That show was like... Because I invested as did you, invested so much time into that show. Gave it every chance in the world. And while it did have its moments, it certainly had its disappointments.
Oh, absolutely.
Reminiscing. It's amazing.
Yes.
All right, moving on. What's next? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? We
Agents
should
of
talk about
S.H.I.E.L.D.
some Marvel-ish type of stuff too, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll give it a go.
Look, I'm going to be completely honest and say that I don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched the first season, didn't really get into it. You've kept on.
Yeah.
What's happening? What's happening in the world of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
What are they in now? Like
With that
season...
one chick and that Agent Coulson dude and the rest of them.
Well, I think they're in season 3 now. And it's got a lot better. I think the show was heavily criticized for basically how shit and far away from everything else it was.
Yeah.
They're now pushing the Inhumans storyline.
Okay.
Which is interesting considering Inhumans doesn't come out to 2020 or 2019? The movie?
2018 or 2019, something like that.
Yeah, so it's interesting they're laying groundwork for that now.
So what are they saying though? Like, is it just that, like, are they giving hints towards like that's coming, or how does it really go?
It's basically introduced Inhumans into their universe.
Right.
So there's literally Inhumans fucking everywhere.
Right.
There were, when they first introduced them, there was a select few that some bullshit you get selected.
Yeah.
But as the story went on, the stuff that makes you an Inhuman got leaked out into the ocean, got turned into fucking fish oil pills.
I take fish oil, man. I better not become an Inhuman.
And now...
Or should I?
You should.
Be like Black Bolt.
Yeah, that'll be great. Wouldn't have to listen to you. But
Very cool.
but yeah, it's got a lot better.
Yeah.
I like to see how they kind of build out upon going just Inhumans.
Yeah.
Because I don't want everything to be about finding and fighting more Inhumans.
Yeah, okay.
It's going to be a freak of the week type of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not going to build up to an end story.
Are they still trying to merge the story in with like the events of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Barely.
Oh,
The first season has probably done it better than any of the others.
Okay.
Coming up the Civil War, it'll be interesting to see how they do it.
Yeah.
But
because I know they kind of did it after the events of the Winter Soldier.
yeah,
They still, were talking about like the basically the breakdown of S.H.I.E.L.D. and like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But
and to tell you the truth, it's like they've just gone underground and it's barely affected them.
okay.
The thing is, we don't have a budget, but they still have all these new planes getting built, have all these fucking guns and whatever.
Yeah, all right.
It's a bit of a cop
They can
out
afford lunch at the cafeteria every day. That shit's expensive.
every day.
Every day. Yeah. All right. What about Agent Carter?
Agent Carter, watched the first season, enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Second season, I've got it there.
Haven't
Haven't
started?
watched it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched a single episode. It's not because I'm a hater. It's just because I don't enjoy 1940s era anything.
Yeah, that's fair call. I hear it may be getting cancelled due to poor ratings.
Oh, really? Yeah. Because it was rated quite high on IMDb, if I do remember.
First season was fantastic. I just don't know what's happened with the second season. Obviously, the American public, the Australian public is quite like me and just haven't got around to watching it.
Or they're just pirating everything.
Which we do not
Unlike
do.
you.
Yes.
Because you don't. Do you?
No.
Yeah, exactly. You're a good kid.
Thanks.
All right. I think that's basically it for the weekly wrap.
Yeah, I think so.
Anything else? Did we miss anything? Is there anything we've missed from the TV world? If there is, I tell you what, we won't miss it next week.
No. Bring back Constantine.
Bring back Constantine. We need a petition to bring it back.
Yeah, hashtag that.
Hashtag bring back Constantine.
That's a long hashtag.
Because it's like hashtag and then the word hashtag bring back Constantine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
I think we're done. So each week we're going to introduce you guys to some reading criteria.
Yeah, basically, it's like, introducing people who might only be familiar with some comic book characters from the movies. And it can be very daunting when it comes to like, oh, okay, I just saw the Deadpool movie, loved it, never actually read any Deadpool comics. What should I go and read? So each week we'll bring you a new comic book character, whether it's related to a movie that's coming out or not. It doesn't really matter because there's so many cool things that we could talk about. But, this week we're going to talk about, obviously, Deadpool. The movie just came out. So we're going to give you my top 5 Deadpool comics to read.
Number 5.
Look, first off, I think if you're going to start anywhere, you want to start with a Marvel one-shot, Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Oh, yes.
Don't even really need to go into it. Deadpool kills the entire Marvel Universe. Read it, love it, understand Deadpool, move on to
number 4.
Okay, leading in to number 4, you would have to go Cable and Deadpool. Issue number 1 to 6, story arc If Looks Could Kill.
Yep.
The only reason I say this is, A, it's good, obviously, but spoiler alert for the Deadpool movie again, if you've seen the end credits, he does mention that the next movie will have Cable in it. And this is a really good starting point to get to see the relationship develop between Cable and Deadpool. So,
it's a love-hate.
It is.
Check it out. Number 3.
Number 3 would have to be Deadpool, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Won't go much into it. Just let it be known. It contains Deadpool, Wolverine, Captain America, some missing body parts. What else needs to be said?
Number 2.
Night of the Living Deadpool. Deadpool awakens from a food coma to find out that the zombie apocalypse has actually happened. Basically, Deadpool versus zombies. Can't get much better than that, kids.
Number 1.
And at the number 1 spot, why not take it back to the start with Deadpool Volume 1, Deadpool's first solo run stretching from 1997 to 2002. Watch the Merc with a mouth transform into the fourth wall breaking, a lovable lunatic we've all grown to love. So that's it. There's your top 5. My personal favorite, my personal pick, Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Yep, that's the best one in my books.
Totally.
Cool.
All right.
So that's it, kids. Episode 1. Done and dusted.
Hashtag maximum effort.
Yes, these episodes probably won't be getting any better. Probably all downhill from here.
It's all downhill from here. But look, we're going to work on it each week as we go, trying to give you guys the best content absolutely possible to our limited abilities.
Very limited.
Very limited abilities. Anyway.
Till then, follow us on Twitter at ComicConPod, and you can also find us on Instagram with the same username.
Do we have a Facebook page?
We do. You'll probably have to search that one, but it will be Comic Confidential.
Add us as friends.
We need as much love as we can get.
So, look, we'd love to hear from you guys. Let us know what worked, what didn't, what you want to hear more of. We're just kicking off, so we're open to suggestions.
And if you think we're dickheads, let us know.
All right, so till next week, I'm Troy.
I'm Cade.
And this has been Comic Confidential.
Catch ya.
Peace.